Welcome to Functional Horsemanship. This is for Jared, who wrote me with a problem on his old roping horse, who's developed the bad manners of trying to pull his foot away when he's trying to clean his feet or have his farrier trim his feet or put some shoes on. And if your horse has otherwise been good about handling his feet and you've got no complaints about the farrier and the shoer, then you may want to look at something else other than just bad manners. He could have got an injury, especially if he's a roping horse and you're asked him to stand in that box and all of a sudden go full throttle after some cow. A lot of times the horse will be skittish about their feet because they've got an injury in their other foot. I had a couple young cowboys that were roping off an old horse, and they're asking me to take a look at his foot. And as I walked up to it, I could immediately tell that the horse had developed ring bone in his back end, and that's why he was really ouchy or didn't want to give his feet. There's a whole lot of stuff going on in these hoofs. You know, you could have a puncture of the hoof, you can have a stone bruise, you can have a white line disease, you know, you can have just a lot of stuff going on that can make that horse ouchy on his other leg. So if that other leg that he's standing on, which it puts a lot of his weight, about 60 to 65% of his weight on his front end, if he gets a little ouchy on that back end, he's going to want to pull his foot away. Now, it's absolutely true that it's our responsibility to make these horses safe for the shoer. You know, last thing I want to do is have somebody pound a horseshoe, have some nails in there, and have that horse try to rip his foot away. But I'd be inclined to look for a problem in the horse's foot, leg, or even up in his shoulder or his stifle, depending if it's on the rear end. Just a lot of things can go wrong in here. You've got both coffin bones, you've got the navicular bone, you've got some soft tissue, you've got ligaments. I'd pick that foot up, you know, and palpate that foot, see if he has any problems there. You can put a hoof testers there. You can take a look at that foot. Make sure there's no punctures, make sure there's no evidence of a stone bruise or whatnot. You can rub on his legs and feel his legs and make sure that he doesn't have any tenderness there. But again, Jared, I'd look at what could be going on in not necessarily the foot that horse wants to pull away from you, but the foot he's standing on. You know, if you've heard about ring bone is a calcification that occurs normally above the coronet band and sometimes a little higher up in the pastern. You can also have side bone with the calcification of the tendons back here along the bars. Just a lot of things that can go wrong. You're all right. A lot of things that can go wrong and make that horse a little ouchy. So again, pull that foot up. He wants to jerk it away. Look to the other foot. Work with your vet and your farrier to try to figure out the problem and give that horse some relief. Roping's a little hard sport there for some horses, especially if you got an old one. Jared, I hope that helps. Functional Horsemanship, have a safe journey.